Hey there everyone, and welcome to 2018. Today we'll be kicking off the new year with a banner review for the New Year's units. Let's get started. The New Year's banner features 3 limited time units, Camilla, Takumi, and Azura. Camilla is a flying sword unit, Takumi is an infantry dagger, and Azura is a flying axe. Camilla has a great offensive stat line, 33 attack and 35 speed at neutral. She's comparable to Elincia, but I'm a bit wary of that comparison. Yes, she is similar to Elincia offensively, and will work just fine as a player phase damage dealer. But Camilla has exceptional physical bulk for a sword flyer, and I think that's her real niche. For comparison's sake, Elincia has 35 HP and 24 defense at neutral. Camilla has 40 and 31. Paula has 42 and 28, which sounds close, until you remember that Camilla is much faster. Her build options are very open, and she can function well on both the enemy or the player phase. In terms of skills, New Year's Camilla brings some good things to the table. Her weapon has drive, defense, and resistance built in, which is nice, although I feel like it's outclassed by more traditional weapon choices. Ward Flyers is somewhat underwhelming, but far from useless, and it helps her fit naturally into melee flyer teams with minimal investment. Her bond skill is what caught my eye though, speed and defense bond. I feel like this skill is way stronger than it first appears, but only time will tell. Next we have Takumi, my favorite unit on this banner. In terms of stats, Takumi is an odd duck. His stats are good, but they're not nearly as good as we might think they are. If I had to put it in one sentence, New Year's Takumi is a dagger unit with the stat line of a player phase archer. Just compare him to the other daggers. He lacks the resistance of Felicia or Sakura. In terms of one-hit KO killing power, he's weaker than Kagero. Saizo is more defensive, and Gaius is faster. Basically, Takumi isn't specialized in the same way that other daggers are, and I feel like that makes him less appealing as an exclusive unit. In other words, too much of his extra BST is spent on health and not on productive stats. If there was a Brave or Fire Sweep dagger, I think Takumi would be the top of his class, maybe the best dagger in the game, but there just isn't one of those weapons yet. It's not all bad though, and like I said, Takumi is my favorite unit on this banner. His weapon single-handedly revitalizes the entire dagger unit category. The arrival of Takumi means that daggers can now throw out specials on retaliation without relying on other sources of reduced cooldown. They may not sound like much, but it's kind of a big deal. I don't know about you, but the idea of a 2-charge close counter bonfire Saizo with amazing speed and defense sounds kind of awesome, and I can't wait to give it a shot. Takumi's other skill inheritance options are decent, but I feel like speed bonds are going to be much more useful than attack bonds most of the time. Finally, we have the obvious chase unit on this banner, and the unit I assume most of you will be pulling for, Azura. Before I say anything else, we all know this. Azura is a dancer. Having access to multiple dancers makes a lot of content significantly easier. She won't necessarily make it onto the core of your arena team, but New Year's Azura will just make other stuff simple, and that's really worth it for a lot of players. Her stats are very similar to her performing arts counterpart, although she trades some resistance and attack for defense, HP, and a single point of speed. Regardless, she's a support unit first and foremost, so keep her safe and let the other units handle the heavy lifting. In terms of skills, Azura comes with a drive, defense, and resistance weapon just like Camilla, as well as the new Earth Dance skill. Neither of these is particularly impressive or worth foddering her away for. The real prize in her kit though is Hone Flyers, which fortunately enough is also a perfect fit for her in the context of a flyer team. Overall, I think this banner is better for veteran players than new ones. Of the units on the banner, I'd pull for Azura first, and then the others based on personal preference. If you're on the fence, maybe give this one a pass, and keep saving for whatever the anniversary has to offer. Hopefully I did a good job with this video. If you enjoyed it, please consider leaving a like or subscribing. As always, I hope to see you next time. Take care.